Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 10 o'clock on the 16th of August, and we did have some sunshine for a little bit, like breaks of sun in the afternoon after some clouds for most of the day. Now some more clouds are rolling in. You can see that there were some showers that popped up over New Jersey, but for the most part, it was a peaceful day. It was humid. We had an east wind though, which helped keep things a little better, especially if you're on the South Shore. Of course, here it was, here in Mineola, it was hot. You can see a little bit of smoke over there. We're going to talk about that in a moment. First, let's talk about what we got going on outside right now. You can see across the country, again, we have these excessive heat, red flag warnings and excessive heat warnings in effect for the Pacific Northwest. Severe weather in Wisconsin. More excessive heat in Texas. And let's go to the... what's this pink gale warning for the Great Lakes? That's interesting. And you can see how hot it is over here again. Incredible heat here in 99 again. I mean, just nuts how hot. Look at this, 106 in Roseburg. I mean, these are just some really... You have to be right on the shore to get any kind of relief. You go a little bit inland, and it's just brutal. 100 degrees there at the Dalles again. I mean, Oregon. I mean, you wouldn't think Oregon would be hot, but it's become hot now. What's this? We also have another advisory here. What's this? Air quality alert. Yeah, it's going to be and a fire weather watch as well. So, and you can see the 90s extend up into British Columbia, where in Kamloops it's 91 after hitting a high of 95. At least this one wasn't as bad as yesterday, where it hit 104. And you can see along the coast much cooler conditions there, and that's a front that's going to come through. But anyway, let's get back to our weather here, and you'll see right now temperatures are 70 degrees. Of course, it's more like 75 in the alley, but 70 at Islip. You see the dew point is not quite as high. The dew point is reading 66. So, yeah, it's a little humid out there, but not as humid as it has been. In fact, it was more humid earlier. The humidity was not as bad as it could be, again, with that east wind, and that helped keep the temperatures down as well across the area. Though if you were inland, it was worse. Let's look at the highs. And you can see highs generally 81. So generally around 80 degrees. Out east it was cooler, where they probably were stuck in the clouds. Low 80s in the city. Even showing, let's see what we have here. Let's see. Of course, middle of the... We're even hotter than LaGuardia. It was 85 here. It's hotter here than LaGuardia. That's nuts. That's nuts. And also mid-80s. So we're right there with the mid-80s like New Jersey had. So, yeah. It's just a hot place. What can I tell you? Lows, mid-60s, upper 60s, generally to around 70 were the lows. And let's go take a look at our statistics for the day. So Islip hit high of 80. That's 2 degrees below normal. But otherwise, with the low being 2 degrees above normal, that washes out to being right at normal for the day. Central Park, also right at normal for the day. So, yeah, fairly close to average for the day. Though we did get a little more rain overnight. And I think that'll show here. We had 0.36 with that surprise band of showers that came through in the wee hours of the morning. That was pretty heavy. It didn't last long, but it was heavy. So let's take a look, see what the skies were like today. I'll show you what the skies were like. And again, when the clouds broke up, it was we did have a little bit of blue sky there, you see. And then we had, I was at Jones Beach. I actually went to Jones Beach. I have a little video, but it was quite pretty with some multicumulus there. It was really quite beautiful, and enjoyed it. Look at it here. And then he's had these pretty alticumulus clouds in the sky you can see here. Again, really nice clouds. These are some really pretty clouds right here. As the sun was going down, it was really making for some nice... Then if you looked in the distance, you could see some cumulus congestus. Maybe there was some cumulonimbus. Maybe there were a few showers very far inland that we were looking at. And then the sunset. Wow, the sun actually came out underneath the clouds, and it was so red. So I don't know if that's from smoke or not, but... Anyway, let's go to some more. Speaking of smoke, I guess we'll look at the latest satellite and show you where the smoke is, because you can see earlier on today we're kind of socked in with the clouds and they kind of broke up. But this was taken earlier on, like midday. Look at that. Look at all that smoke heading for Greenland. Wow. That's a lot of smoke heading for Greenland there. That's nuts. Wildfire smoke in the Arctic. How's that for crazy? We still have lots of fires going on here. I mean, it just never ends. And then, of course, we've got a lot going here in Oregon and Washington. And, again, look at all the smoke here from these fires here in, I think that's British Columbia. Not mistaken. Or that might be Saskatchewan. It might be Saskatchewan. No, it's Alberta. My mistake. But, yeah, look at all that. It's kind of stuck in the valleys there. So, yeah, some bad air quality, and that's what's... we're going to look at some observations now and show you... let's go to our observations, our weather and hazards map here. We'll put our station plot up here, and we'll be able to see. Yeah, I'm curious if the Greenland stations are reporting smoke. Because that would be pretty crazy if they are. Let's see. Let's see if they are. 43. We have to find an actual airport that's going to report that kind of thing. Or here's Nook. They are reporting fog. I don't know if that's smoke or not, but they're reporting fog. So, I don't think it's smoke. Probably just fog over there, but it might just be at the higher levels, but it's possible to come down and they can actually smell wildfire smoke in Greenland, which would be pretty crazy. It would not surprise me. All right, here's a decent observation here. Let's see what we got here, if there's any smoke being reported so far yet. Don't see anything being reported yet as far as any smoke goes. We'll have to see it. Maybe it'll come in tomorrow. But I tell you, that's pretty nuts. That there's the smoke has gotten that far to the north. It's absolutely incredible. And let's see, I could find an observation station maybe in Canada too that might actually have some smoke. Well, whatever the case is, if you're in Kamloops, you're definitely going to be dealing with smoke. They've been dealing with a lot of smoke and heat as well. So, a place like Kamloops. Let's go back to Kamloops again. Got to find Kamloops here. There it is. If we go look at the observations here, you'll see they're reporting smoke. Yep, there you go. So they got smoke. Visibility's down. Okay, got down to 2 miles. They've been dealing with some pretty thick smoke. Yeah, look at that. So, yep, they've been dealing with some pretty restricted air quality there. So, again, this is all because of all these fires burning in Canada. It's absolutely nuts. I shared a whole bunch of videos about it. Let's go to the radar now. And you see there ain't too much going on now. There was some showers over Jersey. This is where our severe weather is here in Minnesota. There's really not too much going on as far as severe weather goes. Let's go to the weather map here, and you'll see you got this stalled out front, and high's trying to build in. Got another front here. This is going to be our second front that's going to bring us much better, cooler weather for the weekend, less humid, but it could be accompanied by smoke, of course. Looking at our storm prediction center, you see there's that slight risk in over Minnesota. For tomorrow, not a whole lot going on, just marginal risk in the Great Lakes. So, going back to the models here, you can see we've got this high here. It's kind of just got this front just kind of washed out, and you can actually see the moisture start streaming back up into the area, bringing more rain chances probably tomorrow and Friday. And then this front is slowing down once again till we get it through. Maybe by Friday now it's going to be more like later Friday. And then this high will try to build in and give us some nice weather for Saturday. You'll also notice, look at that. We're going to have to keep an eye on this. This looks like a major tropical storm here. And that could impact. Imagine a tropical storm making landfall in Southern California. That sure as hell looks like that to me. This would be next Monday. So we'll have to talk about that more tomorrow. If this trend continues, that's very worrying. And I'm guessing that would be tropical storm. Let's see if there's a name for it right now. Got to go to the National Hurricane Center and see you got 2 little areas here, but this would be the Eastern Pacific. Oh, yeah. It's Tropical Storm Hillary, so it's really by the Hillary or Fernanda. I think it would be Hillary that's the one that's really just crazy. So we'll talk about this more tomorrow. Um, let's go to the... Actually, let me go back to this. So you'll see again. And then next week, you see we have high pressures coming in. So it doesn't look like we'll have that heat up that we were originally concerned about. At least. I'm glad that was just an errant run that was showing that heat. Thank God for next week. But anyway, let's go to the HRRR. 0Z run of the HRRR. So again, you'll see slight chance of a shower tomorrow, mostly inland, and then a few maybe widely scattered showers in the evening, very widely scattered, probably nothing severe. And then for Friday, we'll have another chance of showers. So it's not really generating any severe weather at all with this. You'll see that. Looking at the dew points here, I think it's just because of that easterly flow that's going to keep things stable. So that easterly flow, it becomes more southerly on early Friday, and then by later Friday, you see the drier air coming in with that cold front. Temperatures tonight probably won't drop back that much. And tomorrow, it's, again, showing cooler temperatures on Long Island. So temperatures may be a little bit cooler tomorrow because there'll be more cloud cover. But if you're in Jersey, you'll probably still dealing with mid-80s. Won't drop much overnight tomorrow. And then Friday, temperatures won't get that high. Probably only around 80, and then the temperatures drop off at night. Looking at the GFS, show you here the dew points, and again you'll see here's that front coming through. It's just a little slower with it. We thought it would move through a little quicker, but improving conditions by Friday afternoon, and we have the northwest winds and nice low dew points for the weekend. Then the winds become west on Sunday, and that'll be your warm day. Before the next cold front comes through, you can see a little bit of warmth right there, where it almost looks like a backdoor front that comes through on Wednesday there. It's kind of unusual. Temperatures, Friday, it does get us into the mid-80s. GFS is indicating maybe more sun. And then Saturday, we'll have sunshine, but temperatures will only be in 75 to 80. And then by Sunday, we're already in the mid to upper 80s. You notice it's turned. All right, so we have one day it's hot, Monday, and that's it. And then after that, the heat kind of gets pushed down into Jersey Tuesday, and then that backdoor cold front comes through. But that saves us from dealing with a lot of heat, because look at all that heat off to the south. Yeah, that's not something we want to look at. But let's go look at not something we want to deal with, and I hope we don't have to deal with it. Stay down there, that's fine. But yeah, it looks like historic heat, and I mean, look at how big that heat is. I mean, look at that for next week. I mean, there's some pretty bad heat over there. Again, just hundreds all the way up into hundreds for even Indiana. That's crazy. Just change this region a little bit, eastern U.S., just to give you an idea of the heat. Look at this. So there's going to be some big heat, but the big heat right now is being pushed into the Midwest. So Chicago, 111. That is absolutely nuts. So you can see it's really pushing some. It is pushing heat, but not in our neck of the woods, fortunately. So anyway, taking a closer look at our area, let's look at, and again, I'm not impressed with the storm chances tomorrow as far as any severe weather goes. I'm not really impressed with that. Let's go to the RGM and look at the skies. Again, this isn't going to show the smoke, but tomorrow we'll probably see more clouds than today. There could still be some breaks of sun. And then Friday, increasing amounts of sunshine toward the afternoon. And then Saturday should be a nice day with mostly sunny skies. But again, we have to watch the smoke, and that's the next thing we got to look at here. Vertically integrated smoke. Let's take a look at that. So this is the vertically integrated smoke. As we look into tomorrow, obviously we won't be dealing with it. This is Friday. We're still not dealing with it Friday, but Saturday, let's see, it almost goes into Saturday too. So, it looks like it's going right now. The smoke would be diving into the Midwest. So, yes, we will have to see what happens here. It's very hard to predict, right now. It's just too far in advance. But I think we're going to be dealing with it eventually. So, That's going to wrap up this weather update, and have a good night.